Hello and welcome to Funkybox Gaming. I'm back on This Is the Police, and in the last episode I got a new look. The main character was put in a short-lived coma for I think it was about 30 days or something roughly to that. So I've lost quite a bit of time unfortunately. But after that he's taken a new lease on life, got a new look, new hairpiece, new car. And seems to be a little bit more focused on getting the money and getting his way. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm just going to say yes to him. God, I'm losing so many people. Oh, Christ. You. Oh, 5. Oh, I really don't want him. I mean, he's not in work anyway. This is going to be a struggle. I think I'm going to have to leave things as long as possible for people to come back. Oh, false alarm.
113B in progress.
Damn it. Oh, shit. See, this is going to be the problem now. They're refusing to go by themselves. That was one of the things I forgot actually. Really? I've got 5 people. You want me to send 3? No. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of criminals that are just targeting police officers. So none of my officers will go out by themselves, understandably. Oh. Send 3 and assume they're going to want backup.
311 complete.
Oh. They didn't need backup.
214 in progress. 311A in progress.
Can't send. Oh. Public indecency. Okay, so a man standing outside the window, pressing his nose against the glass and touching himself under his coat. Join the guy. Sir, slowly fasten your pants and put your hands behind your head. Grab the man by the arm and throw him in the patrol car.
214 complete. 113A complete.
Oh, another false alarm. No new frames found. Some new frames found.
311A complete.
Oh.
Mr. Boyd, I'm going home. Do you need anything?
Oh, no, don't go. I need to talk to you. I won't keep you long. I just need to make one phone call and I'll be right out, okay?
Of course, Mr. Boyd.
Interesting.
Do you know what time it is?
I didn't mean, well, maybe I did. Guess I'm a son of a bitch.
Jack? Good Lord, Jack, I wanted to talk to you. Was wondering if you'd call. How do you feel?
I'm good, Mrs. Markham. Better than ever. The back pain is gone, the insomnia is gone, my hair is growing back, and my pathological indecisiveness seems to have run off somewhere.
Jack, if you think I had anything to do with that...
I'll waste no more time trying to think, Mrs. Markham. Every second counts. There's a lot to do. And one of those things is finding Laura.
Jack, your tone is scaring me.
Good. Turns out I have a knack for that. Scaring people. So, Mrs. Markham, I'm gonna look for my wife, and if you somehow get in my way, I'll send a special squad to your house. First they'll throw your dog in the fire, then they'll arrest you for prostitution.
What? What the heck? Prostitution?
Sometimes it's necessary to invent charges. It's not like I can arrest you for being an unbearable bitch.
Wow. Jack Boyd has really
Emma,
changed.
I need a detective.
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. What shift?
No, not one of ours. A private detective.
Oh.
I know that when your father stole your mother's jewelry and left her, you hired a private investigator. You didn't go to the police.
You know, Mr. Boyd, it was a family problem, and we felt that it would...
I understand perfectly, Emma. You don't need to explain anything. I'm in a similar situation. As you might have heard, my wife left the house. She's missing, you could say.
I'm not sure what you're...
I know you've heard all about it. I want her found, but I don't want the department involved. Same reason you didn't. So I decided to hire your private detective. Think you can arrange it?
Oh, of course, Mr. Boyd. I'll call him and arrange everything. And don't worry, he'll keep it a secret.
Fine. What do you need from me?
Well, just gather all the information that might be useful and put it in an envelope, bring it to me, and I'll take it to him.
Good. Okay, take the day off tomorrow and get a good night's sleep. The day after tomorrow, I'll have that envelope for you.
Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. I will bring order to the police station. Mayor Rogers displeased with the police department. This isn't sounding good. No. I suppose. I think I'm gonna have to declare Kemp dead now. struggling too much for people because they're all calling in. LGB protest. For several years, we have constantly been pestered about the LGB organisation with its constant whining about gay rights. Recently things have been relatively quiet, but last week 3 high school teachers were fired under laws banning the promotion of homosexuality among adolescents. These teachers spread LGB brochures among our school children, teaching them tolerance. We dismiss them fairly and according to the law, but activists are gathered outside the school rioting in protest. Children aren't there to learn about men kissing and all the rest of their circus. The participants need to be taught a lesson so they'll think twice next time they climb out of their holes. "150 gays and lesbians have gathered at the school demanding to talk with the administration. The headmaster refused to open a dialogue and locked himself in his office." No. Yes. Ah, right. Okay. So U for B. And U for B. And I'll take U for A.
.417 in progress.
I'm so glad I said no now. How do you have a thing? Also, who are you? I don't remember hiring you. I'm still not going to use SWAT though. I have a feeling that something bigger will come along.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
.12 in progress.
Oh. Oh, wait. I didn't even see that one. I haven't got a notice to end.
417 complete.
Oh, shit.
Complete. 612 complete.
Today is not going well.
215 in progress.
Oh my god. Just wasted my SWAT on that.
310 complete.
How many false alarms? Oh my god. One new frame. I still don't think that's enough. I feel like I'm missing something still. I might have to just forget about this one. Because I don't think I've got any investigators left to put on it. No. So, archive it, I guess? Let's have a look at this one. Oh, I've got a lot there. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, the bartender saw a little fella in a white jacket. He ordered a cherry juice, drank at the bar, and then went to the bathroom with some bearded guy. I thought they were just up for a little tickle. You see a lot of that these days. But when the other folks when the other folks found the bearded guy with his nose in the toilet, I knew the guy in the jacket was up to no good. The man suffered a heart attack brought on by cocaine use. He lost consciousness, fell down, and hit his head. The man was rushed to intensive care. His condition is serious but stable. One of the booths had a broken toilet, and on the floor beneath was an empty cocaine bag sitting in a pool of blood. A bum. I saw a kid in a silly white jacket running out of the club. Ran like the devils were after him. Wish I had some of whatever he was on. And a club patron. I was doing my eyes at the bathroom mirror when I heard a terrible roar on the other side of the wall. Me and my friend went to see what was happening and found a drug addict lying on the floor. Of course we called an ambulance, but it might be better if he didn't make it. These smelly druggies only stink up the air of our beautiful planet. Wow. I'm assuming that's the bum. So I'm thinking that one, that one, that one. No, wait, wrong person. That one. Green sleeve. That one, that one. Hey! Bruno Savini, student. Funeral home, university. It's got to be university. Van Dalen Kane. I'm hoping one person's going to be enough. Oh, wrong place. But he's a uni student. Why wouldn't he be at the university? If I lose more people, I'll be very upset. Oh, good. I have to declare them all dead at the minute because I can't afford, with the amount of people that are taking time off, I can't afford people not dead that are dead.
All the information about Laura, just like you asked.
Mr. Boyd, keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. It's my first time doing something like this. Here's the envelope. Everything's in there.
Fine. Mr. Boyd, please write for Mr. Fry on this envelope and drop it in the mailbox across the street.
What? I don't want this handled like it's some kind of game.
Mr. Boyd, those are the rules. Now please lower your voice.
Fine. Okay, Emma. I'll put this envelope in the mailbox across the street, just like you said.
He's shouting for some reason.
Wonder how that damn Mr. Fry is going to get an envelope out of the mailbox.
Talking to yourself, Mr. Boyd? And we thought we'd have to catch you at the police station. But it turns out Jack Boyd has come down to meet us personally. Do you know why we're here, Mr. Boyd?
I don't even know who you are.
My name is Eugene Chaffee. I'm a businessman. Rather, a restaurateur. Although I usually tell everyone I'm a businessman. Which sounds better? Businessman or restaurateur?
Oh, I think I've heard of you. You have a restaurant and a slaughterhouse. And you serve refried veal steaks.
Well, refried veal steaks isn't my only business, but perhaps it's what I'm best known for. I thought it was time we meet Mr. Boyd, and my friend here. I believe you're already acquainted. His name is Troy Starr.
Never heard of him. So what do you want, Mr. Chaffee? Looking for a spokesman for your beef products? I recently changed my image and my hair.
Eugene and I really want to help you, Mr. Boyd. Although after our phone call, I've had my doubts. I was making love to my wife, and you called me and told me to fuck myself. That kind of behavior is rude and inappropriate, Mr. Boyd.
I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Starr. Just thumbing my nose at that prick mayor of ours. You keep making love to your wife, or did I ruin the mood?
There's a nice cafe around the corner. Spare us a couple of minutes of your time, Mr. Boyd.
Can't believe it took him 60 days to come
Lately,
and
I've
talk
been
to me.
so busy that I rarely get to sit and relax in such a nice place. And with such interesting company.
Get to the point, Mr. Chaffee. I'm busy, too. In fact, I think I hear some teenagers next door robbing and raping an old woman. Maybe she's your aunt.
You see, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning. What do you want?
A big mug of beer.
We don't serve big mugs of beer.
Then a small mug of beer.
We don't have beer in any size glasses. This is a family restaurant. Moms and dads come with small children. I can bring you a lollipop to suck on.
Monica, where's your famous charm? Bring the gentleman a beer. I'm sure you've got a bottle under the counter. Check between the dead cats and the dried heads of your ex-boyfriends. This man, by the way, is your police chief.
Don't be silly. The police chief has a bald spot the size of a toilet seat.
Charming.
So, as I were...
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene. It's Rogers. Probably forgot how to wipe his ass.
When you're 82, Troy, you'll probably forget you need to wipe your ass at all. But very well, run along. We can continue without you. So, Mr. Boyd, as you may already know, the official job of my old friend Mr. Starr is to cause trouble for you. But believe me, it's not out of malice. It's to maintain his cover at City Hall. But to somewhat balance out this trouble, I've decided to help you out. Every day, pay close attention to your morning newspaper, Mr. Boyd. You'll find messages hidden among the pages. Simple notes, but make no mistake, the information you'll find there is extremely useful. You see, Troy Starr isn't my only spy. That's it, Mr. Boyd. I told you it would only take a couple of minutes. I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're enjoying your drink. Keep in touch, my dear little cupcake. Oh, yes, I'm quite good at puns.
Never imagined what meeting Robespierre would be like.
Oh.
But I certainly didn't figure the first thing he'd do was buy me a drink. Getting them to serve a beer at a family cafe? And this Robespierre has some strange superpowers. Strange, but not entirely useless.
Pretty sure that's 2 days on the trot. Cutting it how? So I lose one job slot, removing an unoccupied slot. Okay. Oh, I can't fire him. Can't do that yet. I'm gonna hire 2 people for A.
We've got a situation here.
One of the suspects was running around and almost fell down the elevator shaft. He's standing right next to the edge and there's terror in his eyes.
911.
Ah, shit. Mr. Boyd, you don't know me, and I suppose that's just as well. As for what I do, you probably wouldn't approve, so I won't trouble you with any unnecessary details, and get straight to the point. For one very specific, let's call it an operation, I need 3 dead police officers, 1 female and 2 male. Race and age do not matter. I'll return in a couple of days to collect the bodies. We wouldn't want them to start decomposing. What? Oh. Unidentified man who was unable to pay at the checkout reacted by killing the cashier, then the security guard, and fled the scene. Oh shit, I forgot about the time I've sent someone not realizing. Jack, you got into our business when you opened an investigation regarding a double homicide. It would be better for both of us if the whole thing is settled by 1559. Hopefully 3,000 will cover your expenses.
1111, 910B in progress.
Oh, Christ. This isn't going well. Sorry, I haven't got anybody to send. Oh, you're a shit.
We have a situation here.
A man and a woman are struggling to carry a luxurious couch through a broken window into their van. Drop the furniture right there, put your hands behind your head. Help them load it up, sit on the sofa.
910B complete.
City Hall 3 thumbs down, Mafia 3 thumbs up, police station question mark. So I'm not seeing any senior citizens empty pharmacies across. Across what? Christ. Alright, I'm going to do this now. How are you 100 and have 3 stripes? And you have 1?
210 complete. Looks like we have a situation here.
The police have arrived at Clara Long's residence. Her husband opened the door. She shot a look at the police and ran away down the hall, but soon returned and sat on the sofa. Order the woman to immediately bring out the stolen items, discuss yesterday's football game with the husband, ask for tea and calmly interrogate the couple. Let's go for that.
911 complete.
Jack, we have something going down today at Sardius Jewellery Store at 7. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1,000 should be enough. 7 o'clock. Remember 7 o'clock.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
In progress.
That's the jewellery store. I shall ignore that one. Remembered this time.
1110 complete. Nine 11 complete. 910C in progress.
20 seconds should be enough for these guys to come back. Okay, that day went a little bit better. A little bit better. Garbage collection fee increases 25%. Christ icon discovered in foundation of Buddhist temple. Freeberg hockey team on strike. 3 months no pay. That's 3 thumbs up for the Mafia. 2 up for City Hall, 1 down. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know if there's supposed to be like messages every day.
What's this, Martin? Think that'll cover breakfast?
Suspicious.
Good Lord, Jack. You should knock.
Don't worry, Martin. I don't care what kind of business you're up to. Although on second thought, scratch that. I'm very interested in your business. In fact, that's why I'm here. You have a lot of connections?
Depends on what you need.
I want to keep my job. I've got another 5 years in me at least. I want to prove my dismissal is illegal. You know someone who can help?
Jack, are you sure you want to get involved in this fight?
Martin, let's not,
Got yourself a new toy?
Oh, you noticed, Martin. Just like a teenager, always on the move. Yeah.
Hello. Is this Mr. Boyd?
Last I checked, who's this? And where did you get my personal number?
When you work at the prosecutor's office, it's not too hard to find someone's phone number.
The prosecutor's office? Just a second. Martin, out. I need to take this.
I'm in his office.
But Jack, it's my office. Okay, I understand. I'll go grab an ice cream. As for your little problem, Jack, I think we can work something out. Give me a couple of weeks.
Weeks?
Jack, what you're asking is...
Yeah, okay, I get it. Now get out already. I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
My name is Lana Berman. I'm the deputy prosecutor of Freeburg. Well, one of the deputies. Not even the first deputy, to tell you the truth.
How can I help you, Miss Berman?
I don't know how to say this, Mr. Boyd. You see, Mr. Boyd, I'm in line to be the next prosecutor of Freeburg, and apparently that's happening quite soon.
Soon? Shea Broom was just re-elected for a new term.
Yes, but she'll be resigning in February. She's suffering from a heart condition, so she's chosen a replacement to carry out her term, and she chose me. You have no idea of the scandal, Mr. Boyd. I've only been at the prosecutor's office for half a year, and she chose me. It's incredible.
That really is unbelievable, Miss Berman. But what's it got to do with me?
Well, I understand how this call would seem strange to you, Mr. Boyd, but Mrs. Broom said she said that you have a lot going on, but you're the most honest official in the city. And if I really want to change the city for the better, and I swear that's what I want, then I should meet you.
I'm afraid Mrs. Broom was exaggerating.
Oh, believe me, Mr. Boyd, Mrs. Broom is not one to exaggerate. I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd, I need to run. Do you mind if I call you later?
Do I mind? Let me think. No, I don't mind, Miss Berman.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd.
I'm gonna give it to Kingston. Oh, Bruno Savini turned out to be a member of the gang known as the Atala Funeral Home. He could help you make... Okay, yeah, accept. Chief, the suspect is denying everything. If we want to get to this guy's boss, we'll have to loosen his tongue. Hopefully it'll go better than the last one. That I can't even see now. Also, this isn't happening. Oh, start to investigate. That wasn't available to me before. Jin Yang had sold a stolen antique to a Chinese businessman. Let's see what swap upgrade actually does. I'm assuming you get like more than one hit on it. Good. Started. They haven't died.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Sitting quietly on the bench is a red-haired guy who fits the description, but in the distance there's a woman struggling with a young man in a hood, shouting and clutching her bag. The guy in the hoodie notices the police and tries to escape. He stumbles and several wallets and pieces of jewelry come tumbling in from his pockets. Shoot the fleeing man with a taser, try to chase the fleeing man down, walk over to the bench and hit the red-haired guy in the face. Let's go for the taser.
911.
I'm assuming someone just doesn't like guys with red hair.
10 in progress.
City Hall had a wall repainted by some hooligans. If the police can't do their jobs in a timely manner and send these criminals to prison, then they can spend their shift cleaning off the wall. Wow. Wish I'd have sent Percy to that one now. Can't do anything about the other two, unfortunately.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
The suspect has been sighted. He's squatted down next to someone's car, one end of a hose in the gas tank, the other end of the hose is in the suspect's mouth. Apparently he's trying to siphon fuel. Jesus! Sneak up behind him and strike a match to see him better. Take the hose out your mouth and put your hands up. Draw weapons and slowly approach the suspect.
412 in progress.
He sees the police and quickly pulls the gun from his rear holster. He sees the police and quickly pulls a gun from his rear holster. He shoots wildly and misses.
911.
Oh my god.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
The man fires his shotgun into the air and yells at the editor, "Better bring me that fucking book right now, or you'll be a hero in tomorrow's obituaries. You there, throw down your weapon, or you'll be reading all about it in the morgue. Ask the editor for a second copy of the book. Shoot the criminal with the taser."
910 completion.
The taser honestly seems like the best bet in most cases.
130 completion. .112 in progress.
Okay, do I have enough now? No, I'm one shot. So, Jin Yang always handles the big deals personally. Chinese businessman Bo Su secretly arrived in Freeburg last week. He's convinced that the necklace was stolen from his family back in the 17th century. Jin Yang typically pretends to be a regular restaurant visitor and tells the buyer in advance which table to find her at. Bo Su prefers to travel without a bodyguard or driver, so as not to attract too much attention. Jin Yang always insists on full payment up front and never deals in cash. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? So there's one of them that's not quite right. So let's put another detective on that.
Looks like we have a situation here.
A police cruiser caught up with the sedan, which is swerving dangerously all over the road. Follow behind it, run the sedan into the curb, stop the engine immediately. Let's go for the curb. The sedan suddenly turns into an underground parking garage.
112 complete.
Ooh. Still displeased with the police department, and I will bring order. Oh, okay, so I've got 2 thumbs down. Oh, and everybody's happy with me at work, though. One man's trash, another man's treasure. No. I'm holding out for somebody higher than 100. Whether I'm going to get that or not, I don't know.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Top Spot.
We've got a situation here.
Assault at the milk factory. Vitaly Samsonov is holding the plant manager over a vat of milk. The manager is crying and kicking his feet, and then he wet his pants. Release the hostage immediately. Take aim at the perp. Jesus Christ, don't pee in the milk. Children drink that. That's very tempting just to go for that.
412A.
Oh, crap.
In progress.
Oh wait, I've got people coming back.
210 complete. Progress.
I'm going to hold fire.
415 complete.
For a noise complaint in the crypt.
Progress. Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
The door to the vault opens and there's a rustling down in the darkness. Blindly feel your way downstairs, shine a flashlight down there. Hey, is someone alive down there? Two homeless men jump out of the darkness. They're carrying a shovel and some jewellery. It seems they don't want to give up their plunder so easily. Use a taser, hit them with the nightsticks. You there, throw down your shovel, I will bury you. Taser.
213 complete.
If taser's an option,
511 in progress. We've got a situation here.
a man in a ski mask is in the middle of the store holding a girl by her throat and yelling at the employees. Try to sneak up behind the suspect, pull a gun on him, make it clear that he'd better give up. Calm down, let go of the girl, and just leave. The man releases the girl and starts to run, then enters the room with a bunch of refrigerators and disappears. Check all the refrigerators. He's going to be in one of the refrigerators, clearly. Oh shit. That really creeps me out. Okay. Okay, let's... Oop. Of course it is. And they're not going to be back in time for that.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
The police found a secret tunnel into the basement and descend into a very dark and smelly room. A man notices the police and shouts something and quickly disappears inside. Oh crap. The police are taking enemy fire. Turn fire, pull out the pepper spray and attack, duck into the next room and pray the bullets miss. Is pepper spray really going to do anything?
711 complete.
Oh. So I know she never deals in cash, that's the wrong one. He doesn't have anybody with him, so that's not right. That must be right because he's by himself. Knows what table. So would he be going to the bar? And that's a woman's hand. Yeah!
Mr. Boyd, I am Agent Avrahami, and this is Agent Roberts. You'll have to come with us.
What now? Oh.
Please get dressed, Mr. Boyd. We'll wait for you in the car. Mr. Boyd, did you hear what I said?
You know what? You boys can go to hell. I'm not going anywhere. Not right now, at least. You can come down to the police station during regular hours. You can't just come to my house while I'm sleeping, pull me out of bed without any breakfast. Right now, the only place I'm going is back to bed. I'm closing the door now, and if you...
Jack, what's all this? I told everyone what a great sport you are and how fun it would be to play a little joke on you. Where's your sense of humor gone?
Ethan, it's 5 in the morning. At this hour, the only thing that'll get me laughing is one of you feds slipping on a banana peel.
Well, what'd I tell you? He's such a joker.
You're getting old, Ethan.
You're getting fatter, Jack.
And you're getting boring.
And you're getting fired.
Fine. You win.
But you're still a snappy dresser, Jack. As I'm sure you can guess, we've got an assignment here in Freeburg. Come on, let's go. We'll fill you in at the scene. Oh, and I really am glad to see you, Jack. You have no idea.
Interesting. Seems to be introducing a
Meet
lot of
Jack.
new characters all of a sudden.
This is Agent Suresh, Agent Kumaro, Agent Ellis, and Agent Dixon.
Jeez, how many men did you bring?
11 people on my team, plus 2 heads, but they're still asleep at the hotel. We got to Freeburg a couple hours ago. Actually, I was asked not to communicate with the local police, at least until the press conference, but, well, you're a friend. And by the way, you're lucky you didn't have time for breakfast. Now, the press are calling him the Dentist. Just like every other fucking maniac, he's got his own stupid nickname. We spent 19 years chasing this guy. The MO is always the same. He kills young women in a small town, drops out of sight, and then reappears on the other end of the country with a fresh set of victims. He kills without hesitation, stuns the victim, then strangles her while she's unconscious. And that's when things get fun. He uses a power tool to remount the dead girl's mouth. For 5 years, we've heard nothing. That's the longest break he's ever taken. Then 6 hours ago, we got a crazy anonymous tip that the dentist was in Freeburg, and he'd already committed his first murder. They even told us the address of the house. Looks like our anonymous tip came from the dentist himself, but that hasn't been verified yet. Oh, Dixon, don't go anywhere. So, Jack, listen. Dixon will take you to the station. You can bring your people up to speed. I'm looking forward to full cooperation, and it would be great if you could bag a criminal like this before you retire. A nice farewell. You know what I'm saying, Jack?
Yeah, a nice farewell.
And Dixon, Mr. Boyd will tell you where to take him. Come on, look alive. You're the police chief's driver today, if that's good enough for you. I'll come around to see you tonight. Buy some beers, huh? But not that piss you normally drink. That stuff gives me wicked heartburn.
Oh, I'm losing another one. Odin Beard, what? I kind of want to hire him. Let's go for Crystal. Oh, hang on. What do I need him for, actually? Maybe one for each. Let's hire Crystal for A and Odin for B. Can't not hire someone called Odin Beard. Okay, I have enough now. So, the tall, middle-aged man was dressed in an unbuttoned grey coat and a white t-shirt. So that's all barring that one. Upon entering the store, he went right for the alcohol, picked up a 6-pack of beer, so not that, then headed to the checkout. The witness said I was standing right in front of this guy at the checkout. He seemed pretty suspicious to me. And what a nasty smell. I got away from him as soon as I could. On the way out, I told one of the guards to keep an eye on him. I was in line with this guy. He was obviously in a hurry and very nervous. He handed the cashier his credit card, and when the cashier told him that the account was empty, he pulled his gun out and shot the poor girl in the head. Then the guard who was standing nearby tried to grab his gun, but the guy was too fast and he finished him off. Me and my partner Ron were talking when a woman came up and said we should watch the strange man at the checkout. Ron went over there, and then I saw a flash and heard shots. And this guy was rushing the exit with his beer. I was in such shock that I didn't have time to do anything. Didn't even get a chance to get my gun out. I'm about to go inside and suddenly the idiot jumps out and almost knocks me over. I didn't have time to do anything, he just jumped on his bike and left. I imagine that one will be last. That's wrong. That can't be right because she's still alive. And he's got a nightstick. So I guess that. That. I'm thinking all these might be wrong. Yeah. Made it over 100k. Annoyingly. Oh. Hello, Jack. I suspect you don't like the dentist nickname any more than I do, but let's just say that's who I am, and get down to business. Take a good look at the postcard I sent you. It points to a place where I hid something. Follow the clues and keep on the trail. Let's just say there's a reason I'm giving you a chance to catch me, but don't dare share this clue with the feds, or the trail will go cold. I promise you. And hurry, if you don't figure it out in the right place in the next 24 hours, I'll destroy all the evidence and walk away. Oh, Jesus. Chief, you've gotten yourself into a dangerous game, and you can't win without evidence on the dentist. You hold in your hand a key to what happened to the victims. Look closely at the image on the card. It will help you figure out where the evidence is hidden. Send your detectives, but don't go around blindly guessing. I doubt you have the resources to go. Okay. I didn't realize you could actually do that. So it looks like angels fighting around a house. Hello, Jack. Oh, it's the... Okay. And... Chief, thank you for the wonderful help. I think it'll make a great TV series. In fact, we ran out of true stories and had to improvise a little. And I think someone blurted out something not very nice about the police, and about you personally. But don't take it to heart. Wow. Jack, Officer Kane somehow learned about the postcard from the dentist, and he's up in arms that you've been suppressing evidence. He demanded that I take action immediately, or is taking this directly to the prosecutor's office. I convinced him to sit in it for a couple more days, but we have to do something fast. Oh, shit. Detective Merle fell into a violent trap set up by the dentist and she was declared dead on the scene. Mr. Boyd, after a needless death of Detective Mole, the guys had a quick word and we decided we can't keep going on assignments without SWAT support. Oh my god.
We've got a situation here.
Across the market is an elderly couple rolling a blue cart filled with fruit that looks like watermelons. Hit the man with a nightclub, twist the woman's arm behind her back and throw her to the ground. Around the farmer's market there are 3 carts. One of them is orange, filled with watermelons. 3 women are carrying something over to a small truck. Oh. The suspect is sitting in a chair, obviously very nervous. He grows very agitated when he sees the police and starts banging his foot on the floor. Oh. The man suddenly jumps up and grabs the woman standing next to him, putting a huge knife to her throat. He knows that the police are there for him. Let go of the woman and get out of here. We're not here for you. My friend, you're going to find yourself in a body bag. You better release that hostage quick. Or I know it's not your fault. Let's just go down to the station and talk about this. Hey. One thing. Go, Mose.
So I went downstairs figuring I'd find some mercenary or an escaped serial killer or some other lowlife I'd put away, right? But when I hit the lights, I saw a young kid. Couldn't have been 20. Skinny, dirty. Didn't even have a real weapon, just a rusty shiv. He just stood there, didn't say anything. My whole career, I've been staring down the most dangerous people in the country, and the only one to get into my house and scare my family to death was just some kid about to crap his pants. And I pointed my gun at him, and he just stood there with his mouth open.
Bad luck for him.
He was pretty lucky to still be alive. And you know what? It was you that saved him.
I think you have me confused with somebody else, Ethan.
No. Listen. All these years, me and Marla joked about how dangerous my job is. We figured that sooner or later someone would sneak into our house and cut us to pieces, yeah? Pretty dark jokes, but innocent enough. And Marla asks me not to jump into gunfights when she kisses me on the cheek before I leave for work. It's like we figured that if we joke about stuff like that, then it'll never actually happen. But, while I trained my gun at the kid's nose, I finally realized someone really can get into our house. Someone really can cut us to pieces. Now that it finally happened, I can't make any more jokes like that. Marla won't laugh anymore. She'll burst into tears and stay in bed all day crying, hating me more and more every second. So I figured the only way out of the situation was to show her that if someone really does dare to break into our house, he's guaranteed to get a bullet in the face. He'll die right there on the living room carpet.
God, Ethan, didn't know you were so bloodthirsty.
I'm telling you, Jack, I was serious about shooting this kid right there where he stood. I was about to pull the trigger. But then I remembered you. Remembered 1,000 years ago, we went to the lake and had some beers after an ethics lecture at the academy. I was all angry with that professor, Laszlo, yeah. Remember what he always told us? Being a good policeman is very simple. You just need to keep doing the right thing. I hated those pretentious speeches. I cussed Laszlo up and down and said, if you always do what's right, you've turned yourself into a robot. And you just sat there, drunk eyes staring into the distance. And you were all calm and said, no, Ethan, it's the other way around. To do the right thing takes everything you got as a human.
I said that. Oh, what an idiot I was.
Come on, Jack, it's not funny. When things get bad, it's those moments you gotta be hopeful and stay human. And I did just like you said. I stayed human. And then I slapped the cuffs on the kid in one quick move, just like Bobby Flash.
Bobby Flash?
What? You don't remember Evening Freeburg, the old news column? Stories about the cop hero Bobby Flash? Yeah, I heard they even published a book a few years ago.
Oh, that Bobby Flash.
Yeah, that Bobby Flash. How can you not remember Bobby Flash? We all argued at junior high about which one of us would be Bobby Flash when he grows up. Oh, I'm no Bobby Flash. A hero cop would never think about shooting a terrified teenager. But wait a minute. If I'm not Bobby Flash, then maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay guys, I'm going to leave that one there for now. Quite a bit of story. Seems to be a couple of people in Jack Boy's life now trying to get him back on the straight and narrow. City Hall are starting to like me slightly again. And everybody at the police station likes me, apart from Kane, who looks like he wants to dob me in. But... oh wow. So So I grab a gang, destroy them, and the Fact newspaper rubs my nose in it. Wow. That one's better though. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.